Hey, what's up guys? I'm Tony from Thermaltake, and I'm happy to be back here with the great guys from Modders Inc. Right now we're showing off our cool P90 case. As you can tell, it's kind of like a P5, but we just bent it in half. It gives it a really nice design on the corner piece of a desk. I love this thing. Some other cool stuff to show off that you can see is we're running our Ring Plus fans. They've been great fans on the market. I love the addressable LEDs on there. One other thing that I really like though, it's kind of tough to see. We have our PR22D5 Plus. This pump is awesome. It integrates LEDs into the pump. Rather than going with most designs where you mount the LEDs on the bottom, we actually decided to mount them on the top. The benefit of this is we're actually able to shoot light through the entire piece of the reservoir, and it fills out the bottom plus the top. It gives it a really nice effect. If you move over a little bit this way, you can see our temp sensor that we ingrained. This thing is amazing. It's always going to show you the temperature for your coolant. If anything ever happens to go wrong in your system, that guy's going to let you know first. Really, really awesome piece, and it looks amazing. I mean, you can always read that temperature off the coolant. There's a lot of other things that will tell you the temperature on like your board or your GPU or the chip. Not a lot of stuff shows you the temp on your actual coolant itself, so it's always really cool to see. Rounding it out with our W4 Plus blocks, fully addressable, and our TI blocks as well. This one actually happens to be a 1070 strict, so we do try to make blocks for the full lineup there. I love this case. I love the tempered glass. I just can't get enough of it. This is one of my favorite cases that's brand new from us. Following that out, we have our Iris mouse and our brand new cloth mouse pads that are also integrated with RGB. Now keep in mind, all of this stuff you can control from our software, so it's going to be one easy suite. Make it simple. You know, I totally understand having to go through multiple programs for everything. That's no fun. So we're going to try to we're making everything fully ingrained, one ecosystem, make it simple. One actual other note, which you guys probably saw from the video on CES, we also have our sync controllers. I'll show you that on another build that we have. Any lighting effect that you get off your motherboard, all of our products will do that as well, as long as you're using the integrated sync controller. Brand new View 37 case. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, a play on our previous View 27s. The nice thing about this case is we've actually widened it out and given it a nice wide body. It makes things a whole lot easier for when you're fitting things in. We kept the Gullwing Design because we heard a lot of feedback, and we know you guys love that. We did delete the power cover. I actually personally like that. I know some people really like their power covers, but personally I feel like this gives it a really nice presentation to everything, so you get a very nice window looking in, versus, you know, having a quarter of your PC covered out. The really nice thing about this thing being a wide body design is you can actually run the 200mm Ring Plus fans. They're just coming out, they're brand new. I'm super excited for these guys because, I mean, we haven't seen 200mm fans in quite a good long time, so it's really cool to see something like this. You see we're running out with our water blocks again, and our new C-Pro fittings. I actually forgot to talk about that. We showed you guys them at CES. Here they are in actual application. I love these fittings. They are so easy to work with. I like how they break down, and it really makes it easy to get whatever crazy tube runs that you might want to. It's very simple. On some of these, what we actually did is we got the tube ready, cut it to length, and then just put the end caps for the fittings on. So after we made the bend, all you had to do is clamp it down onto the fittings. You're all set to go. Your measurements are perfect, and you get to really do some really cool designs that in general might be a little bit more difficult. So I really like this case. You can see there's tons of room, and it actually has pretty good ventilation considering the design. I mean, it's 3 panels. It's all closed off, but it'll actually source air from the sides and even on the back with the radiator. It does not vent out the top just because it has the closed off portion here for the Gullwing Design, and that's one thing that you kind of trade off when you go with this nice full open piece. But I really do feel like that's one thing that sets it apart. A lot of cases they're fully closed off, and it is nice because you can vent, but as long as you set up your airflow correctly in the system, you really won't have too many issues, and you get that nice benefit. For this case, I see it as something that you can put on the desk, or if you're someone that likes to have the PC on the floor, you're not missing out on a whole lot. So you can still look straight down. It is actually not on a hinge. What you'll do is after you remove the thumb screws in the back, slide it backwards and then it just lifts right off. It's actually very, very simple. The hinge design was considered, but that's one thing that kind of increased cost, so we try to keep things down, and it's really not too bad. Overall, I like this one a lot. If you want, we can get a shot of the back really quick. Right behind the radiator, we actually have full venting. That hot air doesn't just go back into the cable management area. It's going to vent out the side, which is something that a lot of people have asked for on cases with side-mounted radiators. So we took the feedback and we definitely tried to implement it there. All right, cool. So now I want to show you guys our brand new X1 keyboard. This thing is pretty cool. I like what it's offering for us, and it's something that we haven't ever really been able to bring to the market before. So to start things off, there are two different variants. We have blue switches. I've removed the cap so you guys can see, and the silver switches. I've seen silver switches gaining a lot of room. I know people like the short throw and the kind of in-between of the blues and the browns, so it's really nice. But one of my favorite highlights of this keyboard is, for instance, we were talking about the whole RGB plus ecosystem previously. This guy really rounds it out. I know it's very convenient just hitting the mouse, messing with the software. But what's cool about this guy is with this guy's software, you can actually set whatever lighting effects you have and then hit a little button that just says Sync TT. You're all set. Whatever effect this guy is doing, everything else in your system is going to mimic, so it's all set together. So if you wanted your whole system to go into rainbow mode, hit that sync button, you're all set to go. We've updated the keyboards, we've added in the scroll wheels for the volume. I like that a lot versus having to just spam two keys to raise or lower the volume. We've tried to give it a very ergonomic design. What you're not seeing here, but you might see on the picture, is it also does have an included wrist rest as well. We're hoping to have some big things with this keyboard and ingrain a lot more features as well, so keep an eye out for what's to come.
Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to Modders Inc. for more coverage of PAX East 2018 from Boston, Massachusetts.